Ricardo within a week after moving here. And Ricardo was the most responsive of anybody we contacted. I called Ricardo and he was here that afternoon.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick, yeah.
You know, and a lot of people come out and they say, you know, I'll get back to you in a week on what we can do and on some thoughts. He said, no, I'll get back to you with a full estimate tomorrow. He followed up exactly as he said he would, gave me an estimate the next day, and I asked him, how soon can you get started? We liked the bones of the house.
Okay.
We didn't care for the decor. It was Italian, I'll call it old Italian. And so a whole lot of frou-frou, a whole lot of big swag drapes, heavy drapes. The other part was that this is a lake house.
Yeah,
You look out there,
okay.
you see a lake. Well, it wasn't decorated like a lake house. Everything in here was the color of mahogany, and it was very dark. We decided to lighten it up, to brighten it up, to make it more of a lake house, and to bring the outside inside. If you notice, if you go up north, everything is focused in the center of the room or on some fixture in the room. If you go down south, where the weather's good, everything focuses outside. We lived here the entire time it was going on.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So what was that like, having the crew come in and then they're doing a demo?
Loud. So there's a lot of noise, but his guys were really good about it. And when they would leave, they didn't leave it a disaster.
Did he lead with anything whenever it comes to sale? Did he upsell you with the contract, or did you have the whole place in mind to get done?
No, I actually bought more. He didn't try to upsell me.
Oh, really?
I went after him for more because when he did it, it looked so good. I wanted this to look this way, and we started off with this on the upper floor. At the same time, we had all the rails done. So if you look at the stairs, all the railing and the railing upstairs, he took every one of those iron rails out and numbered them so that they would go back in the exact same order, and hand sanded all of the rails down.
Yeah, everything was basically hand sand, all the handrails.
So why would you actually number those and take them out in that particular style?
Well, because every single iron spindle, it's been cut like sometimes different. So you have to basically put everything back on the spot. We could have bought new handrails, but it will put the project behind, more time, and also it would cost you more money instead of just putting like the labor of sanding and finishing. Instead of tearing it out, order new posts, handrails, and everything. So at the same time, I'm always trying to save as much money as I can for the customers.
And he did. He did a good job at a fair price. And so this was the first area done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he brought the wood in, and it was seasoned over in that area.
Yeah, because you have to acclimate it at least a week before the install. So this is a glue down, because as you can see, the lake is right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's going to be a lot of moisture problems if you just nail it.
She didn't want a high gloss floor,
Okay.
and she wanted it to look a natural color, and he hit it perfectly.
Yeah, so we went with a Bona product, a water-based product, and it was a natural seal to keep it all natural as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with a satin finish on top of the ceiling.
And these aren't exactly the floors that were upstairs. This is an engineered wood that was put down here because down here you're sitting on top of cement, concrete. What he did down here is use the same stuff he used upstairs, but he used a sealing method so that it'll work just as well down here. We got no warping, no nothing. It looks exactly like the wood upstairs, and that's what was so important. This is gorgeous. This is what we were after. And keeping it aligned as you finish all the way, you can, you're always going to find a wall that's a little off, and it's going to make your floor look a little off. If you look at that, the way it aligns with that wall and the way it aligns with this wall, it aligns with the walls perfectly, whether the walls have moved or not. And all the boards are still tight.
I still remember this closet. We had to move all the built-ins out of the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Otherwise, you've got cutouts on the floor, and if you do anything with built-ins later, you got to redo the whole floor.
Yeah.
So he did it the long way. And once again, one of the things I was concerned with here, keeping this in here, how would we do the transition? How good would it look? It turns out it looks really good. The mahogany on one side, the room on this side, and the floor just transitions naturally.
And it flows right to it.
Yeah, and if you look at that, one of the things to notice is all the curves. That is not easy to cut. No, up here you can see he took out the trim and the baseboard, then laid the floor, returned the baseboard and made sure it was touched up so that when he's finished, you've got a real finished product. You don't have something that needs a lot more work.